Yeah, disappointing. I think when you have a lead in a game to not keep it is disappointing. I think the timing and the manner of the goals to go 2-1 down made that difficult. I thought the effort, the energy, the commitment was there in the second half, but I think we're disappointed. I don't think we did enough to win the football game, and that's disappointing because they gave a lot of effort and there was a commitment there, but I think we just lacked the quality and to do the real details to win the game tonight, which is disappointing. But we're going into a period 3 games out of the next 4 at home, and I think there's a commitment to start getting back to winning ways.
All right, we'll go ahead and kick things off with Spencer Baldwin for Burgundy Wave.
Hey Chris, Spencer Baldwin from Burgundy Wave.
Hi Spencer.
Unable to attend this match due to technical difficulties on his flight. What did it look like to get him virtually involved in coaching this game, and what are some challenges in not having him in person?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, for Chris, what an honour, and we are so happy and proud for him to get in that Hall of Fame. I mean, you think of the millions of kids that grow up playing soccer, to be one of the few people that gets inducted into that is an incredible honour, and we're delighted that he was able to get that achievement, not just for him but also for his family. It was just so difficult that it was on a game day for him, and he did everything to try and make it. It looked like he was going to get here, and then at the last minute his flight was kind of cancelled, and so I felt terrible for him. He tried everything to get here, but it wasn't to be. But incredible honour for him. So I mean, we were able to watch it. We were able to get him a tactical feed of the game. He was on the phone with our staff, and so he was able to view the game, give us feedback, some input in substitutions and things of that nature. So obviously not ideal, but he was making the most out of it. Just like if he'd have been suspended or something like that, and he'd been in the stands. So he was definitely present and giving us his feedback and thoughts and how we needed to manage the game.
We'll go now to Sydney Cohn, Rapids Digital.
Chris, the duo of Yappy and Hava up top is something that we've seen a lot of good moments from in these past few games. What are you seeing in training and maybe coaching them up on to kind of find those connections like we saw tonight, even just that vision from Hava to chip over for Yappy waiting there for him?
Yeah, I think that when you play with 2 forwards, the relationship of those players, it you can see it coming together. You can see their ideas, them getting on the kind of the same page. Not so much tonight, but in the previous games, the combination plays, some of the ways we've unbalanced have been really good. But I thought tonight again, the 2 forwards led to the goal. I thought, particularly in the first half, we're a constant threat in transition with that kind of 4-2-2-2, and with the 2 forwards, scoring goals, continuing to be a threat. I think it gives our team a different look, and I'm delighted for Yappy to get another goal.
We'll go back down to Spencer.
Chris, another game conceding before halftime. Why do you think this trend exists, and how do you look to fix the problem?
Yeah, it's a really good question, Spencer. It's something obviously we've talked about. Something the players addressed after the game. It's not. It's something that it's too consistent now to ignore. It's becoming somewhat of a pattern, and I think we have to all take responsibility for that. Is it how we're managing the game? Is it our approach to these ended time or added time in halves? But yeah, these minutes right before halftime, it's too many goals. And it carries an emotion and an influence into halftime. I think if you go into that half with a 1-0 lead, it's a very different approach than going in 2-1 down. And particularly, and I think credit to DC, they sat in the second half. They were able to protect the lead. It was a 5-4-1 and kind of defend on top of their own box, and it's difficult to break down. And but that's something we'll take responsibility for. First as a staff, then the players, and as a group, we're going to look at it and analyse it, and you know, it's definitely a trend we want to break. You know, and it's when you can see goals in those times and in that manner, it's hard to win football games.
Back to Sydney.
Chris, this is the first game of May, a very, very busy month for the team. Two things: how do you ensure that the team doesn't kind of let this match set the tone for the rest of the busy month? And on top of that, how can these home games approaching really kind of change the tone for what's going to be, like I said, very busy and something we need to get a lot of results out of this month?
Yeah, I mean, there's absolutely no hesitation or question we have on the character of the team. They showed they're so resilient. They, you know, the effort, the energy they gave tonight. I mean, it wasn't from a lack of effort. You know, so in terms of the character and how this game affects them, I have absolutely no hesitation about that. We have great leadership. We've got good character in that team. You know, and the message from them after the game was, you know, we've got a really good training week and approach these next 3 games, you know, 3 out of 4 at home. We've got a big opportunity here to get points. We know how tough the West is. It's going to be tough all year, but we're a good team and we have good character, and we showed that consistently this year. It was disappointing today, but I think sometimes you hold your hands up and say we didn't play well enough, and we didn't do that tonight. But there's no question on the character. They'll bounce back. We'll show a good lot of resiliency, have hopefully a really good training week, and try rebound next weekend.
We'll take the last question from Spencer.
Chris, Cole Bassett did not make an appearance in this game due to a calf injury. How severe is this injury, and when can we expect to see his return?
No, I don't think it's severe at all. I think it was a minor type of strain. You know, the indication is that he can be back in full training hopefully next week. So this is a kind of more precautionary type situation rather than an extended injury. So we're very much hoping Cole will be back in full training and hopefully available for selection next weekend.